When the letter arrived, it looked official, city seal, crisp envelope, my name written in black ink. Inside, the message was simple. Overnight security needed at St. Augustine's Hospital. Easy money. Must follow the rules, no number, no name. Just an address and a time. I thought it was just a prank, a scare tactic. But with my rent due tomorrow, the promise of easy money felt less like a lure and more like a deadline. I had to go. The hospital loomed at the edge of the city, windows dark, its cracked sign barely legible. The air reeked of mildew and rust. My boots echoed across the empty lobby floor as I stepped inside, and that's when I felt it, a folded piece of paper in my pocket. I didn't remember putting it there. My stomach sank as I opened it. Rule 1. Never use the elevators after midnight. They do not go where you think. The broken elevator doors across the hall groaned as if something inside stirred. I swallowed hard and kept walking. By 12:30 a.m., the fluorescent lights flickered overhead, buzzing faintly. The hallway stretched on, lined with peeling paint and rusted doors. Somewhere ahead, I heard faint humming, like a woman singing to herself. The paper shifted in my hand, new ink crawling across it. Rule 2. If you hear the nurses humming, do not follow the sound. The humming grew louder, echoing down the hall. A shadow passed the far end, white uniform, cap tilted. I looked down, forced my legs forward in the opposite direction. At 1 a.m., I passed the children's ward. Cribs lined the walls, empty and rotted, but the mobiles above them spun slowly as if stirred by invisible hands. The rules bled fresh ink. Rule 3. If the cribs begin to move, do not stop walking. Do not look inside them. My throat tightened. Something small giggled softly from one crib. I focused on the crunch of broken glass, keeping my eyes fixed straight ahead until the giggling became a whisper right behind me. I kept walking until the sound faded. By 1:45, I reached the surgery wing. Doors hung crooked, surgical tables rusted and stained. A single overhead light swung slowly, squealing on its chain. That's when I saw him. A man in a patient gown sat on the table, head bandaged completely, hands trembling in his lap. His head tilted toward me as if he knew I was there. The paper seared in my grip. Rule 4. Do not acknowledge the patients. They have been waiting for someone to talk to. The man twitched. His shoulders jerked forward. I stumbled back, forcing my eyes away, retreating down the hall until the door slammed shut on its own. By 2:30, whispers seeped from the walls themselves. I pressed against them, cold, damp plaster, vibrating faintly. Rule 5. When the walls whisper, never answer. The voices grew louder, dozens overlapping, calling my name, begging me to stay. My lips twitched, but I kept them clamped tight. At 3 a.m., alarms blared through the halls. Red lights pulsed from broken speakers. The hospital seemed alive, thrumming with electricity. Rule 6. When the alarms sound, close your eyes until silence returns. I obeyed. Darkness smothered me. Behind my eyelids, I saw shadows racing, felt cold hands brush my arms, something breathing hot on my neck. When the alarms finally ceased, I opened my eyes to emptiness. At 3:45, I passed the morgue. The door stood ajar. The cold air, the curling fog, they pulled me closer. Against my better judgment, I couldn't help but look inside. The rule burned across the page. Rule 7. Never enter the morgue after 3 a.m. The drawers rattled one by one, slamming outward. Bodies shifted beneath sheets, and then one sat up. I staggered back, throat raw with fear, forcing myself away before the figure could climb free. By 4:15, the stairwell echoed with footsteps. Not mine. Someone was above me, someone was below me. Both sets moved at once, slow and steady. The paper trembled, words etching violently. Rule 8. If footsteps echo in the stairwell, do not move until they stop. I froze. Sweat stung my eyes. The footsteps circled closer, then farther, shifting endlessly around me. For what felt like an eternity, I stood still. My muscles cramped, my lungs burned. When silence finally returned, I bolted back into the hall. At 5 a.m., I found the chapel. Candles burned inside, though no one had been there for decades. A priest stood at the altar, back to me, muttering in a guttural voice, the rules smeared across the paper in thick ink. Rule 9. Do not pray with him. He isn't praying to God. I backed away slowly, his words chasing me like claws down the hall. By 6 a.m., dawn bled faint light through the cracked windows. Relief surged through me. The exit was near. That's when I heard it. A gurney rolling behind me, wheels squeaking steady. I didn't turn even as the sound grew closer, rattling across the tiles. The final rule carved itself across the page. Rule 10. Do not look back until you have left the grounds. I clenched my teeth, every nerve screaming to glance over my shoulder. The wheels squealed louder, rattling at my heels until sunlight broke through the glass doors. I shoved them open and stumbled outside. The sound stopped. When I finally turned, the hospital stood silent, its windows empty. But even now, I hear it sometimes at night. The squeak of wheels in the hall, the whisper of nurses humming just out of sight. And I know one thing for certain. St. Augustine's Hospital never closed. It's still waiting.